Hello friends, this is Hatim Rampurawal, and in this video we would be discussing the case study based on the concept of product life cycle, chapter number 7, that is pricing decision. Okay, so let's start with the case study. Netcom Limited manufactures and sell a number of the product. All its products have a life cycle of less than a year. Netcom uses a four-stage life cycle model: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So it has, see, all the product have a it sells number of the product. All the product have a life cycle of less than a year, so it is in beginning, current stage, introduction stage, less than a year. Netcom Limited uses four stage life cycle model: introduction, growth, maturity, decline. Netcom has recently developed an innovative product. It was decided that it would be appreciated to adopt a new market skimming pricing for the launch of the product. Market skimming pricing, that is launching the product at a high price to recover the research and development cost, other expenses, various huge cost in developing the product. Okay, so skimming pricing, charging a premium for the product, because if we say that it has been developed by a particular manufacturer, so he is charging a premium uh, for his innovation. Then skimming pricing, where it is, yeah, for the launch of the product. However, Netcom Limited expects that other companies will try to join the market soon. This product is currently in the introduction stage of the life cycle and is generating a significant unit profit. However, there are concern that these current unit profit will not continue during the other stage of the product life cycle. So if the competitors started making this similar kind of product, and thereby reducing the cost of the product, so it won't be continuing with the same unit level profit in the future in the other stages of the product life cycle required. Explain with reason the changes, if any, to the unit selling price and the unit production. Unit selling price and unit production that would occur when the product moves from the previous stage to each of the following stage of the life cycle. So if it moves from previous stage, that is, it is in currently in introduction stage, so if from introduction it moves to growth stage, what is the effect, what is the changes in unit selling price and unit production cost? And from another is to maturity. So solution: growth, if it moves to growth stage from introduction compared to the introductory stage, the likely change are as follows. Unit selling price, there are these are likely to be reduced for the number of the reasons. The product will become less unique as the competitor have a reverse engineering to reverse engineering to introduce their versions of the product. So the product will become less unique as the competitor uses the reverse engineering to introduce their version of the product. So it will become less popular, less unique. Second, Netcom wishes to discourage the competitor from entering the market by lowering the price and thereby lowering the unit profitability. So how the selling price will be affected? Because to for discouraging the competitors to enter the market, it will reduce the selling price and thereby decrease in the unit profitability. So in the unit selling price, we had seen that first is the product will become less unique as the competitor uses the reverse engineering to introduce their version of the product. Netcom discourages the competitor by entering into the market by lowering the price and thereby lowering the unit profitability. And third, price needs to be lowered so that the product become attractive to the different market segment, thus increasing the demand to achieve the growth in the sales volume. So if currently it has introduced at a skimming pricing, but at later stage, that in growth stage, they have to change it to because of the introduction, because of the same product being copied, being manufactured by the competitor, they have to reduce their price to other, so that the sales grow to the other segment as well, become attractive to the other market segment as well, to increasing the uh, sales volume growth. Okay, in unit production cost, these are likely to reduce these are likely to reduce for a number of the reasons. Direct material are being bought in a larger quantities, and so if it moves from introductory to growth, it is in boom stage. So the company would be purchasing the product at a larger quantity, and thereby Netcom may able to negotiate better price for its from its supplier, and thus causing the unit material cost to reduce. So cost will reduce basically. See, it will decrease the selling price to discourage the competitor to expand into different market segments, and because of the competitor entering into the market, there will be reduction in cost as well, because of gaining the economies of scale, that is getting the discounts from the supplier by for purchasing of the bulk quantity. Then direct material, it will help in reduction of the direct labor cost may be reduced if the product is labor intensive due to the effect of the learning and experience curve. Then variable cost may be reduced by, as the larger batch size reduces the cost of each unit. Larger batch size will reduce the cost of each unit, that is economy of the scale. And fourth is fixed production cost are being shared by the greater number of the units. Fixed production cost are being shared by the greater number of units, so it will reduce per unit fixed production cost. So we're done with the growth stage. Now we'll see the effect of increase in the on unit selling price and cost in maturity stage. Compared to the growth stage, the likely changes are as follows. Unit selling price, these are unlikely to be reducing any these are unlikely to be reducing any longer as the product has become established in the marketplace. This is the time for the consolidation. And whistle, there may be an occasion offers to tempt customer to buy the product. The selling price is likely to be fairly constant during the period. So in this stage, the price will be constant or will be reduced to increase the market sales. See, these are unlikely to be reducing any longer as the product have become established in the marketplace. In maturity stage, the product is already established in the marketplace. This is the time for the consolidation and whistle. There may be an occasion offered to attempt customer to buy the product. The selling price is likely to be fairly constant during the period. So over here they have concluded that the selling price is likely to be fairly constant during the period, not increase not reduce. And effect on the unit production cost is direct material cost are likely to be fairly constant in this phase, as and may even rise as the quantity required diminishes compared to those required in the growth stage, with the consequent loss of negotiation power. So either the quantity cost will remain constant or will increase a bit because of the company not being able to gain the discount on the means not being exercise the buying power, because of not purchasing the quantity in much large quantities. Then labor costs are unlikely to be reducing any longer as the are unlikely to reduce any longer as the effect of the learning and experience curve have ended. So the labor cost will also now not reduce, material cost will also not reduce because they have loss of negotiation power. Labor cost will also not reduce because the learning curve experience have came to an end. Indeed, the worker may start working on the next product, so that their attention toward the product diminish, and thereby will lead to increase in the cost. Overhead costs are likely to be similar to those at the end of the growth phase, as the optimum batch size have established and are more likely to used in the maturity stage of the product life cycle, where the demand is more easily predicted. What they are given is uh, overhead costs are likely to be similar as those at the end of the maturity phase, as the optimum batch size have been established and are more likely to be used in its maturity stage of the product life cycle, where the demand is more easily predicted. Okay, so we are done with this. Thank you for watching the video.